Today's video is about types of men we should avoid as women in our 20s, because a man can make you and then at the same time he can break you. My name is Ndukari and today I'm with my friend.
Happiness President.
First man I think we ladies should avoid in our 20s is a man that messes with your self-esteem. So what do I mean by like your self-esteem? So you know when you're dating somebody or you're with somebody and then he makes you feel like it's a privilege for you to be with him, like you're not up to his standard. So if you're dating that kind of person, I feel like as a woman you should stop it. So I have a personal experience, right? So some years ago, even though in my family we're not allowed to date, but I was dating. So I met this guy, he was good and all of that, but I had a particular self-esteem I had, the way I saw myself compared to when I was leaving the relationship. I left that relationship broken. I left that relationship with so many insecurity, in the sense that he's always complaining. Even if I dress, it's almost like it's not good enough. So
I understand. I get your point. Yeah, some guys will make you feel you're not good enough because they see other girls and they look so flashy.
Yes, there's just this comparison. They want to compare you. So basically, if you're with somebody that always want to compare you, like, you should stop. So have you ever like dated somebody that makes you feel that way, like you're not enough?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Before now, I don't normally dress like a lady.
Okay.
I dress like a guy. So you'll be like, your mates are buying sexy gowns, they are putting on eyelashes, they are doing nails, but you're always dressing like though you came from the village, you don't know what is happening. So it wasn't easy, but I had to leave because it was too much.
Yeah, and actually that relationship, my own life, you know, there are times when you're leaving someone in a relationship, you kind of like feel bad, you want to go back. But that relationship, when I left that relationship, this is like 2 or 3 years after that relationship, and I would say I don't regret leaving that relationship. I was really happy like leaving. So it was almost like a burden left me when I was leaving the relationship. So you tell me, what our men should we avoid as women in our 20s?
Men that don't have anything doing. They are jobless. They are doing nothing, and they keep telling you, "Don't worry, things will get better. Just manage with me." When you're not seeing them, like they are trying to make a move.
They are doing
If you don't need to do something big, but at least start with something small, and the girl will be like, okay, he's trying his best. But someone that's not doing anything and is telling you, "No worry, just keep on believing," things like they feel money will just come from
nowhere.
Yes.
They are lazy. So have you heard? Do not be with a lazy man. A man that like he's just wishing. If wishes were, what's that song that Penny sang?
If wishes were horses,
the blind would have been rich, something like
Yes.
that. For me, my second point, a man you should avoid in your 20s. This point is kind of almost the same thing, but you know what, this, let me say, a stingy guy. Do not be with somebody that is stingy, because the thing is that love itself is a verb, is an action word. Even God said we should bring 10% of our tithes. He loves everything. For love to blossom, it needs money. Money makes relationships sweeter, and you shouldn't be in a relationship with a man that cannot provide. Don't be like, stop trying to be an understanding babe.
Yes.
Don't be with a man that cannot provide. Don't be with a man that is stingy. There's a difference between somebody being wealthy and somebody being a giver. Like there's a big difference. Somebody can be wealthy but he's stingy.
Yes.
He would deliberately not provide. Another person may not necessarily be wealthy, but you will see that he's trying his best. So just avoid like a stingy man. And a stingy man doesn't, or somebody that doesn't give, somebody that doesn't provide. And a provider doesn't really mean somebody that has. So people will have, but their hand is strong. So avoid that type of man. If that man comes to you, just run. Because they don't mean well. They'll see you suffering. They'll just... You can't be dating somebody, or I can't even... I don't know, I don't want to talk about.
I dated a guy. Yes, I dated a guy. He's from Calabari.
Yes.
Normally, we hear Calabari guys, they do spend for their ladies.
Okay.
But mine was different. Yes, and I know he has money.
Yes.
He also has a supermarket in his village. Like it's the only one that has supermarket in the village. But anytime he asks for money, he'll be like, he was building a house. He was like, I have a project. The next thing, I'm doing this. Like nothing. Even, could you believe it? My birthday, I was thinking, okay, we send me something. You only send me something to eat. Then I was thinking, okay, you get me a gift. I did not see anything. He was saying, don't worry, I will definitely get you a gift. I will. I had to run away because I couldn't bear it. Imagine somebody that you have, like you cannot
be in the river and then soap is entering your eye.
Yes, I can't. I had to run for my life. The second point I have is avoid a married man, because married men, or they're like strongholds that pull you back.
They are like the weapon fashioned against you. It's true, they are just it.
Yes.
Because they don't really mean well for you.
Never.
Because if you're in a relationship with a married man,
yes,
to me I feel like the married man, he gets to benefit more compared to you. He takes from you, he has his family. And some of these married men, they'll be dating you and then they are very obsessed. They have their wives in the house, and then they don't want you to be with another person.
And they'll make you feel comfortable so that you can't leave.
Yes, so they don't really mean well. So if you see a married man, you should also...
For me, I've not gotten all those kind of experience, but I have friends that do date married men.
Yeah.
And they are so comfortable because he actually provides for them. They'll be like, there's no need to have their own man, like a single person.
Yeah.
Imagine that man that has a family.
Yes.
He cherishes his family.
Yes.
And he's also giving like, though you're an egg.
Yes.
And you feel so comfortable. You hear that your friends are getting married. You don't want to give a single guy a chance.
Yes, because of the marriage.
Yes, and he's always doing whatever you want, he gives to you. You're so comfortable and happy. So I think dating a married man will draw you back. Like you don't go forward in anything called relationship.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
And I also feel like dating a married man, they don't really mean well for you.
Yes.
Because some of these people, they give you, even if they rent you an apartment, buy you a car, I feel like they give you fraction of what they have. They are not giving you their all. They're just giving you like, is it ice?
Tip of an iceberg.
Yes, they're just giving you tip of an iceberg, and most
Yes.
of them are just there for like sexual satisfaction. They're just seeing you like a sexual, maybe a sex toy to them.
Sex toy.
So I'll give you like this example, right? I had an experience. So I live in Abuja. So one day I went to church, and then I was coming back from church. Then I met this young guy. I was like, oh, I like the way you... He was like, I should give him my number, right?
Yes.
So I gave him my number, and then we started talking. After we talked for a while, then he asked if I was in a relationship. I said, yes, I'm in a relationship. I have a boyfriend. That's what I actually told him. And then I asked him, okay, do you have a girl? Because he wasn't really looking married.
Yes.
He wasn't like wearing a ring or anything like that. So then he was like, yes, he has a girlfriend. He did not say he has a wife. So this is where I come, like they just want to use you.
Yes.
So we'll now go, like he was like, okay, he's inviting me hiking. We should go mountain climbing during the weekend. I was like, okay, cool. So when we go there, he will now be saying things like, oh, I'm so sad. I met you at the time. I met you at the time where you're not available, blah 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 blah. But then me being my age, I'm experiencing. Imagine he was saying that to like maybe a 16 years old girl.
Yeah.
Should have thought that okay, this is real love. And then maybe she would have just opened her leg. She would have slept with her. So these married men, they don't really mean well. They are just looking for where to like eat and clean their mouths. Just use you. What the styles that their wives cannot give them.
Yes.
They're looking for a young, fresh babe that they will just use anyhow. That's what those things will tell you to do. They cannot even try it with their wives. They
never.
cannot try it.
Never.
They just want to use you, and then to her point, some of them will give you small thing and keep you there for before you know. Okay, one day you are 21, then you woke up. One day you are 35. There's nothing to show for it. You are with a married man. He has his children, like, and then if you get to one certain age, he's going to change you. You know. Your blood is no longer fresh. He needs fresh blood. Then you just realize that, oh my God, what did I do with my 20s? I was with somebody that I can never have, like, he can never be mine no matter what. And then even if he decides to divorce his wife, it is that what makes you think that he will not divorce you to marry somebody else. And then we should also not forget that there's this Yoruba adage that goes like, I can't really speak Yoruba, but this is a translation. It says that the cane that they used to flog the first wife is in the cupboard. The husband, he kept it in the cupboard. He's waiting to use it on you. So that's it. So please avoid a married man. He means nothing. He may be giving you things and your head is big, but he's just there to use you. He's taking more than he's giving. He's just like the devil that will give you a heart and they take the whole of your head. Another man you should avoid is a man that is not intentional about you. A man that is nonchalant. Anything that has to do with your growth, it doesn't affect him. He doesn't care. Anything you want to do, you should go. You even be telling you, oh, smoke now, do this. You know these kind of people, like they're not even thinking about your future. They're not even thinking about your well-being. They're not thinking about your health. If you have that kind of person, if you're dating that kind of person, you shouldn't even be dating that kind of person. Because the type of men your 20s, our 20s are actually like defining moments for us. Like the habits we have now, the people we keep, they're actually the ones that will affect what our life will look like in our 30s, in our 40s, and even in our old age. Imagine dating someone that is nonchalant about it. He doesn't even care. He doesn't even care if you go to school. He doesn't even care if you achieve your goals. And so you should avoid him. So have you had experience with somebody like that? Have you ever dated somebody that was that is nonchalant towards you?
No, not really, but something similar.
Okay.
The guy was like, I don't care how you live your life.
Yeah.
As far as to do something that pleases me.
Okay.
So I don't care anything you want to do with your life. If you like, you date other guys. If you like, you sleep with men. Just do whatever that pleases me.
I kind of feel like that kind of person. He doesn't really. He's just there for like, let me just chop, and he doesn't really care. He's not nonchalant about you. There's no way I want to be with somebody that you don't care about how I live my life. Come on. So if you see me just living my life anyhow, you don't care. And one reason why I'm actually dating the person I'm dating is because of the way he's very intentional when it comes to me. YouTube for me is something that is very, very important, right? So my very first video, he was on that shot, he was on that edited, he was on that set up the channel, he was on that did he did my intro and all of that. Dating somebody that is very intentional about you goes a long way. It makes life easy because he's intentional about it. It's easy for him to support. It's easy for him to want to see you blossom.
Another point, dating an abusive man.
Okay.
Like those men that maybe you guys have a little issue.
Okay.
The next thing they raise their hand and slap you Some girls will be like,
They like
is
it when a man is beating
yeah,
them.
aside from that one, some people will be like, it's the first time. When it comes, you beg, hey, don't worry, I will change. You'll be like, hey,
Do
I
not
will
buy you
change.
gifts.
Yes. But I don't advise any lady or any girl of 20s to do that.
Even 30s, like you shouldn't
It's not
do
advisable.
that. You shouldn't do that.
Because if, okay, let's say you eventually get married,
You-
it will get worse because he has already paid for you. He can do whatever.
he feels.
So I advise when you're in a relationship and from the first day a guy slaps you, it's either you run away or you try to straighten him up that he should never try it again. If he tries it again, just pack your load and move.
Before you even slap, because some of them starts from you dey mad,
Yes.
you dey crazy, I go slap you one day.
Yes.
Like once I just see those red flags before it turns to physical, from verbal abuse, I'm out. I actually have a personal, it's not really like a personal experience though, but somebody that was close to me. She's my auntie, but we're not really like that far of age. Let's say maybe she's like maybe 5 to 8 years older than I was. So she used to live with us back then when I was still little. So she met a guy and then she fell in love. So long story short, the man was abusive. He used to like beat her over. They're married. I don't even know if they were even legally married, but they were together. She had like 2 kids for him.
Okay.
He would beat her. Family would call meeting. He should stop. And then I think this is her 4th year. She died in 2019 or 2018. I've actually forgotten though. I think she just gave birth. And he beat her, like she had a C-section. He beat her, and my auntie died. And her child was just, I'm not sure her child was, let's say she gave birth to her child 3 days after giving birth.
Wow.
She died. So some people, you may not be very lucky to live an abusive relationship. Some people, they die. So there's no amount of love. If you're saying, okay, maybe if you have kids with this person and you're feeling like, oh, if I leave this marriage now, who will take care of my kids? You should also ask yourself, if you die, who will take care of your kids? Because she's gone, I don't even know where my nieces are currently, because he took them, he went to his village with them. It's all started with you dey mad, you dey crazy, and then it started with beating. Oh, this is the first time he was just drunk, or it's me that got him angry. And one day you're gone. I'm not even sure she was even up to 30. And
it's painful.
She's dead. So as a lady, avoid an abusive partner. Be it in fact, let's even start from, even if he's not even with you, if you see the way he treats other people outside. So there are some men that they're so sweet to you, but every other person, even the way they treat waiters, just know that he's hiding his real self from you. So if you just see even the way he treats waiters, he treats people below him, run.
And somebody said, my friend actually, she said you should watch a guy closely on how he treats his sisters. If he can take care of his sisters, like if they get him angry and like when they are grown up and he doesn't beat her, then at least you have hope. Like you have hope that he can't beat you.
Okay, maybe sure, but some people, they like their family members, and then they're not saying like, you're not my family member, so I can do you anything. But they're very protective of their sisters. But then when it comes to you, I'm really grateful that you came. You're actually like my first guest, and I'm really happy. If there's a type of man you feel like we did not mention, if you have any thoughts, you can leave it in the comment section. And do not forget to like this video. If you're not subscribed, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. I do not take your love for loving this total stranger from the internet. I'm really grateful. I'll see you same time next week. So bye.
Bye.